Welcome to the Bendano Podcast, where we're calling a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. ESPN exposes themselves. Ryan Ruocco, Rebecca Lobo expose themselves. Cheryl Reeve, the coach of the Minnesota Lynx, a WNBA team, in case you guys aren't aware. Cheryl Reeve wore a shirt today, Indiana Fever versus the Minnesota Lynx, and that shirt said, "Trans kids belong." Translation, child abuse permitted. Child abuse permitted is what Cheryl Reeve put on her shirt. Mutilation approved is what Cheryl Reeve put on her shirt. Invade women's spaces is what Cheryl Reeve put on her shirt. Disband women's sports is what Cheryl Reeve put on her sport. Cheryl Reeve, there's no such thing as a trans kid. There's a such thing as a mentally deranged parent that forces this type of lifestyle upon their kid, but there's no such thing as trans kid. I know you want to act like you're not aware of that, but that is the fact of the matter. Trans kids are the result of child abuse. Cheryl Reeve wears this shirt, and then ESPN goes on a 1 minute long tangent endorsing this shirt and encouraging everybody to listen to Cheryl Reeve's comments regarding trans men in women's sports. Let's get into it, shall we? Like the video, hype the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. We knew Cheryl Reeve was going to wear a shirt. I knew she was going to wear a shirt. Caitlin Clark's rookie season, she does like a Black Lives Matter shirt, and then everybody watches this shirt. Like, she's known for wearing the political messages on shirts. So the question today was, is she going to wear a shirt? The question heading into today's game was, what is going to be the message on her shirt? And she really wore a shirt that says trans kids belong. You can't make this up. And here's ESPN promoting this shirt. To listen to her incredibly thoughtful comments from yesterday, the comments that we talked about earlier today on this channel. Let's take a listen.
We see Cheryl Reeve wearing a shirt today in support of trans kids. Trans kids belong on the shirt. This in the aftermath of Sophie Cunningham's recent comments. We actually saw Cheryl and Sophie speaking at center court pregame. And yesterday, Cheryl Reeve spent a lot of time talking at length with the media about this topic.
I would encourage anyone to go and listen to Cheryl Reeve's comments. Incredibly thoughtful, easy to find online, and just encourage anyone to go and listen.
I bet you do, Rebecca. I bet you do, Ryan. The fact that ESPN, I'm sure was bound to air the shirt. There's really no escaping when you're doing a close-up on a coach. You kind of got to show what they're wearing. But the fact that Rebecca Lobo and Ryan Ruocco went out of their way to highlight the shirt and then go encourage people to listen to what she's giving, to the interview she's giving, knowing damn well that there are kids watching this product, and I would assume that a few of those kids are going to be checking out this interview as well. These people are a problem. These people are, and by these people, I mean people like Rebecca Lobo and Ryan Ruocco. Completely oblivious to how they are leading people to a path it's going to be very hard to come back from. And here we go. We got them talking to each other, as we saw. Sophie Cunningham and Cheryl Reeve, when your liberal aunt keeps trying to convince you to adopt your delusional politics positions at the family get-together. Folks, at a young age, you see the difference between boys and girls. At a young age. Even before we get to puberty. Once we start getting 10, 11, 12, the difference is just get further. The gap between the two just becomes further and further and further and further. We don't even need to get to being a teenager at that point. Once we get 10, 11, 12 years old, one's going this way, the other trajectory is going this way. And they don't get closer as time goes on. The gap just gets further and further away. Here's Sophie Cunningham taking pictures with Riley Gaines and Jennifer Say. But folks, the Minnesota Lynx took Riley Gaines' sign down. Riley Gaines was just told she had to put this sign down because it has a name on it. The WNBA is a cesspool of degeneracy. It is a grooming league. There's no other way to cut it. There's no other way to phrase it. And of course, they're getting absolutely dragged right now. I've seen enough. Bring in Trans Shaq to make these idiots regret all of this. Seems like the WNBA is a cesspool of sexual deviants, perverts, racists, and groomers. It's obvious because they're going hard against the few normal women in the league. Again, this isn't a big issue amongst people with common sense. This is a big issue in the WNBA ecosystem and in the crazy, woke, liberal ecosystem that is fighting for this. It's like, guys, most Americans agree. Men sports. Women's sports. If you're a trans man, what were you born as? Okay, men's sports. It's the WNBA cesspool that is saying, oh no, this is okay. Oh no, we want this. Oh no, we need this. And the ecosystem around the WNBA that has a lot of people with a similar ideology following this league. If you're a fan of the WNBA or players of the WNBA and you think moderately or conservatively, they label you as far right. They only want the leftist of the lefts following this league, covering this league, playing in this league, coaching in this league, talking about this league. There are three things wrong with this. Nobody is saying trans people don't belong, but biological men who think they are women don't belong playing on a women's sports team or in a women's locker room. Trans kids meaning younger than 18, meaning you are forcing gender identity and hormone therapy, puberty blockers on young people. Kids should never be trans or convinced they're trans by the adults, aka grooming, aka child abuse. She is wearing that shirt and injecting politics into a WNBA game where it does not belong. Only mentally deranged parents. Again, you wonder why this league is a joke. You wonder why nobody takes this league serious? Because you have brain-dead individuals like Cheryl Reeve. You have brain-dead individuals like Stephanie White. You have brain-dead individuals like Brianna Turner ignoring common sense and actively trying to tear down their own sport. Actively trying to tear down their own sport. And the fact that ESPN, you got people at ESPN like Rebecca Lobo and Ryan Rucco saying, go check out what Cheryl Reeves had to say. Yeah, ESPN still as woke. They might have cut Ryan Clark, but they still got Rebecca and Ryan Rucco. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. That means so much to me. See you next time, and as always, take it easy.